Hey, good evening, everybody. I am very nervous. I'm surprised about that a little bit. Uh, Before I begin, I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge the parents of the lovely bride and groom. Miles and Michelle, you two have been amazing hosts. I think I speak for everybody when I say thank you, I appreciate it. Can I stay in your guest room when I come back to visit?
Absolutely.
They can't say no in front of all of you, okay? Dominique and Robert, you two have been second parents to me. Your son I greatly admire. He's my brother. And I know every man that was walking on with us today felt very much the same way, so thank you for that. Seeing your joy today has been a highlight of my night, so thank you. So I would like to make a quick toast to the parents first, yeah? I know, this is 5 toasts and you guys are gonna get a little drunk. That's okay. All right, to the parents of the lovely bride and groom. Yes, cheers. So this is the part where I talk about Robert. Like many successful modern romances, Robert and I met online. And I responded to a Facebook post on the university homepage. A post from a Robert Angelucci. And I'm gonna take a little bit of creative liberty here because that was 10 years ago. But Robert said something along the lines of, "Hi, my name is Robert Angelucci. I'm looking for a roommate. Preferably someone somewhat social, enjoys sports, and can keep a neat space. I'm thinking 2 out of 3 isn't half bad." Okay? So I go ahead and give it a shot. 10 years later, I'm still regretting that decision. No. But in all seriousness, Robert was a fantastic roommate. He would drive 30 minutes out of his way to come pick me up every time class got back in session. So before Uber, I had Robert. On one of these nights that we needed to get back to campus, it started raining pretty bad. It was one of those storms where the windshield wipers can't go quick enough. And we started to hydroplane. I'm in the passenger seat, internally freaking out. I'm thanking God for a good run. It's been a good few years. I'm thinking about how I'm gonna will my brother the last $20 in my college checking account. And I look over at Robert, and I'm expecting this same panic, and he's cool. He's calm. He's trying to steer us back on the road. It doesn't work. We slammed into the guardrail, but we were fine. We never shared the story with our parents, by the way. So sorry. I love you guys. Yeah. We got out of the car, we pushed out of mud, we headed back to campus. For me, that moment really summed up who Robert was. Extremely thoughtful, willing to go way out of his way to come pick up a friend, take him to campus, despite the fact that we were in complete chaos in that moment. The car is veering off the road. He's calm, he's focused, he's cool. He's been like that consistently for as long as I've known him, 10 plus years, with everything he does. Everything but dating. He's had a few hard knocks there. Now, I am not creative enough to figure out how to bridge these two parts of the story together. So, like a bad 90s sitcom, we are gonna flash forward in time, 7 years. All right. So we are in 7 years forward. I'm sitting at the kitchen table. We've graduated, so we're done with college, starting new jobs. I'm probably at the kitchen table enjoying a plate of chicken parmesan. And Robert busts into the apartment, okay? And he makes some proclamation. Something along the lines of, "I will not date a serious again for 6 to 12 months. And if anybody knows Robert, you know there's a lot of thought that's going into that 6 to 12 months. There are variables. He has thought of the optimal time to find a lady. And if you know Trey, if you know Keith, if you know me, we immediately begin placing bets on how quickly that's going to fail. That is easily the best bet we've ever lost, because shortly thereafter, he meets Meg. I was introduced to Meg from Robert's description of their first date. We're sitting at that same kitchen table, and he's rehashing for me the night they spent together, right? He took her to a restaurant called Cypress Pint and Plate, a regular haunt of ours in college, so a safe bet by all accounts. The server comes up and goes through the routine, right? Water, would you like appetizers, would you like a drink with that? And stops and looks at Robert and says, wow, 2 days in a row. You must really like this place. And Robert amicably says something like, yeah, the tater tots are great. I mean, what do you say at this point, right? The server walks away and Meg, being Meg, genuinely asks, 2 days in a row, what were you here for yesterday? And ladies and gentlemen, in this moment, Robert can quite literally say anything he wants to. He's just met her, right? I was having drinks with my sister Carly. Where you at, Carly? There you are. I took my grandmother Nan out to dinner. What a sweet boy. I was advising the Pope. You could have literally said anything. Instead, Robert decides to be honest. He says, well, Meg, I was actually here on a date with another girl, and we just so happened to get the same server. So I'm gripping the table in the kitchen at this point, like, oh, this definitely went sideways, right? And he says, no, she laughed. She found humor in a completely awkward moment. She provided levity and grace to a first date that could have gone sideways really quickly. Anytime I think of that story, it captivates me. It really does. Because it really captures who you two are. Loving, despite the awkwardness of a first date, right? Thoughtful, considerate of the other person, honest. But above all else, there's a strong sense of self with you two. And I'm not gonna sit up here and pretend like I know anything about love. Like many of us in the room tonight, exactly, I'm figuring it out as I go, just like all of you, right? And I'm hoping I'm getting it right. But what I do know is that I greatly admire what you two have. I am incredibly fortunate to be standing here in this moment and holding it with you. I feel so incredibly lucky to call you both my friend. So, we've got one more toast, and if you're thinking, Reese, are you trying to get me drunk? Yes, because tonight we are celebrating two of the best, okay? So everybody raise a glass. Let me grab one. To Robert and Megan Angelucci. Yes?
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up one more time for the